Thank you for joining us. You're watching Mirror Now. It is a somber day for the state of Tamil Nadu and a somber day for politics across the country. But here is a message coming in from MK Stalin. This is the first message coming in officially from Mr. Stalin and the family members. It says, "Dear cadres, shouldn't indulge in any kind of violence and utter peace should be maintained. That's the respect we should show to our leader." So obviously a clear message being sent out to the cadre that is gathered outside the hospital, outside the home, perhaps on the streets all over Chennai, waiting to see a glimpse of their leader's body as it is moved right now from the hospital to his daughter's home and then to his home. So Stalin is officially the heir or who has been chosen by Karunanidhi, and the message that he sends to his supporters and to party workers is to maintain peace, and the fact that this is what Mr. Karunanidhi would have wanted. He would have wanted peace. He would have wanted people to show that kind of respect on his death. And our viewers will remember that it's not uncommon in the state of Tamil Nadu for supporters to react aggressively or perhaps in some cases violently when they lose a leader. It's happened in the past. We didn't see that happen when Ms. Jayalalitha had passed away, former Chief Minister. That was a funeral that took place completely calmly and it was fully controlled, and the state government managed to keep a tight control over it. But here's an appeal coming in from MK Stalin to all of his party supporters that cadre should not indulge in any violence and we should maintain peace out of respect for the leader that we have lost. Vinay?
Yes, and I think, one of in Amma's case, the party was the ruling party, so I guess it was possibly easier for them to hold and control the cadre, and I guess that's the reason why Mr. Stalin has come out and issued a statement right at the start, so that it prevents any possibility of an emotional outpouring. Also, I do believe that the decision the government takes on his final resting place will also play a role in how angry or upset the cadres do feel. And I think maybe that's one reason why Mr. Stalin has come out and appealed for peace in anticipation that just in case the government turns that down, there shouldn't be any kind of violence or any kind of untoward incident post that.
All right. So we do know, of course, to bring you up to speed, viewers who've just joined in, five-time former chief minister, politician since the age of 33, politician for the last 60 years, never lost an election in his life, and such a long career, has now passed away. We're still awaiting details of the actual burial place, his final resting place. From what we understand, there's been no confirmation from the state government, and the location that has been requested by the party, the DMK, was Marina Beach. You'll remember that all of the great leaders of the state of Tamil Nadu are buried at Marina Beach. MGR, Jayalalitha and Anadure himself. So that's the location. In that line of memorials is the location that the DMK has requested, and we understand that they haven't been given a confirmation from the Chief Minister yet. Although tomorrow we will have the Prime Minister and several Chief Ministers fly into Chennai to pay their respects. Joining us on the show right now, while I have Vinay Tiwari, my colleague and consulting editor for the Times Network, in the studio with me, along with Jawad Nader. We also have S. Murray, who's a political analyst, R. Kannan, DMK spokesperson, Narayan Tirupati, a BJP spokesperson, C. Rajshekharan is an advocate and political commentator. We also have Pugarindi from the TTV Dinakaran faction of Karnataka, Rajesh Sundaram is a senior journalist, and Mohan Raman is an actor. Welcome all of you to this conversation. But first I'm going to go across to my colleague Pramod, who's standing by outside of the hospital. Pramod, if you can hear me, I understand that there is a lot of commotion there. Can you tell us what the update is from the hospital and the party, please?
Well, it surely is. For almost 30 minutes after the the last press release was issued by the hospital, there was no noise at this place. It became pretty quiet. But then afterwards, there was very difficult to connect each other as well. There was some issue with the cellular network. Now it has been restored. And as you could see, the crowd has once again started to chant again. And what happened is that in between, there were words that these cadres over here stated that they will only accept Karunanidhi has passed away if MK Stalin comes forward and says that. And we have finally got an information, a statement from MK Stalin very clearly he has stated that the cadres should refrain themselves from involving in violence, that way causing no harm to the legacy of Karunanidhi. This is the way he has started his two-page press statement. And not just that, just minutes ago, DMK's Assembly Deputy Legislative Leader Thurai Murugan also came forward and he said that they placed certain requests with the government. The very important one being that burial ground being allotted next to Anna Memorial in Marina Beach. However, we also got a statement from Girija Vaidyanathan, the Chief Secretary, who has stated that various requests were placed, one being holding a 7-day memorial, the second one giving a military kind of send-off to the former Chief Minister, and the third one requesting land allotment in Anna Memorial. The final one, the Chief Secretary has said that she could not provide it because there are various cases pending in the Madras High Court regarding the leaders, former leaders of the state being buried in near Marina Beach, and that's the reason she has said that the government is ready to provide 2 acres land in Gandhi Mandapam. It's in Guindy, opposite to Anna University.
All right, that's important information coming in right now. In Guindy is the option that has been given, 2 acres of land been given for the Samadhi and the resting place, as opposed to the request that was made to lay him to rest at Marina Beach. Pramod, it does seem like, from when we spoke to you about half an hour ago, the people around you are getting more and more, let's say, just louder to begin with, perhaps a little more aggressive. Is there enough police bandobast right now? Is the police managing to keep the crowd under control?
Well, unlike 28, you could see behind me, there is a lot of police presence inside. We have even the Tamil Nadu police, the commando force, and they are in the black uniform. We also have Tamil Nadu Special Force, which is wearing camouflage, and the regular Tamil Nadu police. I could see a minimum of 600 policemen inside this place, and they have all formed a corridor because anytime the ambulance will be leave with the former Chief Minister's body from the hospital to CIT Colony and then to Gopalapuram. So arrangements have been made on that matter. They are very sure that unlike what happened on 20th July, no untoward incident should occur. DMK leader Karunanidhi has also given strict, MK Stalin has also given strict diktat that nobody should involve in violence. However, the action that the Tamil Nadu government is not ready to provide land in Anna Memorial can definitely change into a kind of a friction point. So that has to be wait and watched only. For now, they've decided to take the mortal remains of the former Chief Minister to CIT Nagar, then to Gopalapuram, and from there to Rajaji Bhavan, which has also been accepted by the Tamil Nadu government.
Rajaji Bhavan is where the body will be laid in state for people to pay their respects, from what we understand. So has there been a message that's come out to citizens saying if they want to pay their respects to Mr. Karunanidhi, that they could visit Rajaji Bhavan tomorrow? Is that what we understand, Pramod?
Yes, certainly this is a decision they have made. Earlier what happened is that they've decided between 2 locations. One is Island Grounds and the other one is Rajaji Bhavan. These are the 2 places that are feasible to hold such a huge crowd. And tomorrow a lot of leaders from the state and the whole nation is expected to come to Tamil Nadu, especially Chennai, and pay their last respects. Jayalalitha was placed in Rajaji Bhavan, and that's where all the leaders came over and paid their last respects. And that kind of arrangement is also being, it seems like that would be the one that can be accepted by DMK family over here. This is what we hear from the sources inside, and the Tamil Nadu government has also, through the statement from Chief Secretary, has accepted to provide Rajaji Bhavan as a place for the people to come and pay their last respects to the DMK chief.
And Pramod, quick question. You did say, of course, that the state government, the Chief Secretary of the state government has decided on Guindy, opposite Anna University, as the final resting place. Is there any sort of response to that from the DMK? Has the DMK accepted that? And is that where the burial will be held tomorrow?
Well, one of these senior political leaders who wishes to not give us the name, as earlier stated, that this is nothing but a political game. But at the same point, right now, they are not in the state to play any game. They are in the state of mourning, and that's the reason Thurai Murugan came forward and said that they have placed all these requests. The last one being that they want the burial ground to be at Anna Memorial, because Karunanidhi was very close to Anna Durai, the founder of DMK, and as a memory and as a legacy, continuous legacy, as he continues legacy, they wanted to rest Karunanidhi behind behind him, just the way Jayalalitha was given a resting place behind MGR. But for some reason, the same Tamil Nadu government, which did not worry about all these cases in Madras High Court during that period in 2016, has decided to take up the issue right now. And that has been stated that this is the only problem, that only issue that is causing a problem right now. Earlier in Madras High Court today, also a petition was withdrawn, which was this petition was filed by a lawyer earlier regarding burial of leaders in Marina Beach. As we mentioned, that time it did not have any correlation, but right now it seems like all the dots are connecting. But still, Durai Murugan at that point stated that they are waiting for a response. Now Tamil Nadu government, through the Chief Secretary, has given a response to them.
All right, Pramod, they're joining us live from outside of Kaveri Hospital. Pramod, stay with us if you can. We do understand that you are having connectivity issues there, but I do see from the visual, Pramod, ambulance of some kind. Is the ambulance now ready to leave the hospital? Is that what's going on? Is that the commotion going on behind you?
Well, you could see behind me that this is the kind of like a corridor that's been made by the Tamil Nadu commandos in a way for the former Chief Minister's ambulance to leave. And there you have the entrance of the hospital, Kaveri Hospital, and that board emergency below which only we have the ambulance, and the ambulance is going to leave anytime right now. But the proposed time given to us is 8:30. We still have 15 minutes, and then the ambulance is expected to leave from the hospital to CIT colony. That is where Kanimozhi's residence is, and from there to Gopalapuram, that is where Stalins' residence is. CM Karunanidhi, the leader of DMK, had this habit to stay in both houses every consecutively. So in a way, they are following the same tradition, and the entire path here has been protected by the Tamil Nadu Police Commando Force. This is how they have made arrangements to move the ambulance with the mortal remains of the former Chief Minister from the hospital to his residence.
All right, Pramod, we're going to come back to you shortly. Just to give our viewers an update of the information that Pramod gave us, no burial for Karunanidhi at, or alongside the Anna Memorial or Anna Salai at Marina Beach. The DMK has been denied permission to bury the leader at Marina Beach alongside MGR and Anandrai and Jayalalitha. He has been given 2 acres of land instead at Gindi near Anna University, opposite Anna University. And the state chief secretary has apparently said that matters are sub judice right now in the Madras High Court. And that is why, because of legal problems, she is unable to release the land for the burial. The other things that they have agreed to is Rajaji Bhavan, where the body will be laid in state tomorrow, for people to pay their respects, and a burial with full state honours, because Pramod was saying that they want a gun salute, and that would suggest a burial of state honours as well. So Vinay, this would be a difficult decision for the supporters to sort of take in at this point.
Yes, and I'm a little surprised that the Chief Secretary has cited legal reasons for doing this, because if that is indeed the case, then during Amma's cremation, the same legal issues also
should have
existed.
Yes, and it was a year ago.
It was a year ago, and some of the cases, as Pramod mentioned, date back to 2016. So I suspect, and not for the best reasons, I suspect there is a bit of politics in this, and not the best times to play politics though. But I do suspect that there is a little bit more than just a legal reason for denying Marina Beach as the possible place of resting.
All right, let me bring in my guests at this point. We have R. Kannan of the DMK, Narayan Tirupati of the BJP, Rajesh Sundaram and Mohan Raman on the show with us at this point. I'm going to go first also to C. Rajshekharan. He's a political commentator and advocate, has been a supporter of the AIDMK. Mr. Rajshekharan, my first question to you is, do you agree with the decision that has been made by the state government not to grant Marina Beach as a burial place for Mr. Karunanidhi?
So first, my deepest condolences to the family, first family of DMK and the DMK party workers and leaders. It's a great loss for the state of Tamil Nadu. Dr. Kalaignar is one of the tallest icon of Tamil Nadu politics and the world Tamils. He is not only celebrated Tamil leader, he is one of the most celebrated chief ministers of Tamil Nadu. But speaking about the government order, recent just now it has come out. I don't know on what grounds they have allotted Gandhi Mandapam, which is one of which is one of the famous place in Chennai, Adyar, next to Raj Bhavan, where you have the Gandhi Samadhi and Kamarajar and all legends there. I don't know what reason they have rejected Marina Beach and allotted that 2-acre land in Gandhi Mandapam, because I'm no way connected directly or indirectly to the government of the day. Just I'm a supporter of late Jayalalitha and also good governance. But going by the merit, I wish and also pray that Dr. Kalaignar has to be considered. But I don't know what are the legal issues pending for the government in the courts, because I'm not privy to it, and I don't know what is the other reasons they are citing. So let us wait and watch. There's already an order passed by the Chief Secretary of Tamil Nadu, and we have to wait and watch what is happening, because that is also equally a very good place, and they can also consider that, the DMK side, because it is their prerogative, because it is their wish and their prerogative to agree with that or disagree with that.
Well, R. Kannan of the DMK is with us right now via Skype from overseas. Mr. Kannan, I know you said earlier that you would be disappointed if the state government decided not to grant Marina, which is in fact what has now happened. How do you expect the cadre to react to this information? We seem to have lost that connection. I'm going to take that question to our other guests as well. Rajesh Sundaram joins us, is a very senior journalist. Mr. Sundaram, what is your reaction to what you're hearing right now from Chennai?
Well, there is a lot of bitter rivalry that we've seen over the years between the ADMK and the DMK. And at this time, given that he is one of the tallest leaders in Tamil Nadu right now, a concession could have been made. But like one of the panelists saying, it entirely is up to the DMK right now of whether they accept this decision of the government or they
all right. Rajesh, forgive me. We're just going to have to correct that audio because we seem to be having an audio problem. Mohan Ramanan also joins us. He's an actor and he is an active member of public life in the state. Mr. Raman, thank you for joining us. It's obviously going to be a difficult 7 days in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, but let me start by first offering my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family, the family of that amazing person, Dr. Karunanidhi, his children, his brother, his sister's children. They're a very big family, very, very, very close-knit, large family. And he always called his party workers, every member of DMK, he called them Udan Pirappe, that is, people who were born with me. So for him, the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam was also a family. So my heartfelt condolences. And the loss is actually a little personal for us in my family because Dr. Kalaignar and my father were together in the DMK from 1950s. From the early 1950s they were together. And I still have coverage from various DMK papers, newspapers of 1956 and 57 and 58 when probably I was just born, of my father and Dr. Karunanidhi addressing a meeting in Mylapore. Then the topic was the sad plight of the Elam Tamils, the Tamils in Sri Lanka. I'm talking of 1958. They were all visionaries and Dr. Kalaignar was one of the tallest of them all. Tamil Nadu, Tamil film industry will miss him. And as far as the other point which you mentioned, which is the memorial and it not coming up behind Anna Samadhi or Anna Square, I'm unable to think of the reasons, but as was mentioned by my colleague and friend Mr. Rajshekhar, I'm not aware of the legal problems, but I really wonder if all these problems have been there for quite some time, in which case what did they do for Amma, J. Jayalalitha? Whatever was done for her could have been done for him also. I'm not going to deny or go into merits and weigh one versus the other. No, both were tall leaders, both had crores of people following them, Both, only in Dr. Kalinger's case, he had a legacy of 60 plus years of service in politics. So it could be done. On the other hand, to see this in a positive light, giving him an exclusive space makes it that much better, because he has to otherwise share space with his mentor and elder brother Annadurai. Right next door will be MGR and also Jayalalitha, but here he stands tall, stands alone, as was mentioned, amidst in the company of Kamaraj and Rajaji and Mahatma Gandhi and so many others. Okay, so we can always view it whichever way it is. My only fear is Mr. Stalin's announcement probably is in the light of the fact he has been privy to the information that he is not going to get a place in the Marina Beach. And he probably thinks that the cadre may not react very favorably to that announcement.
Yes.
And therefore he has urged them to remain calm. So I only hope and pray that the people of Tamil Nadu, the party workers, the followers, the family, I am using the word extended family of Dr. Kalaignar, show restraint, show calm, and show how mature they are, because we lost a leader recently in the form of Dr. Jayalalitha, and fortunately the state saw the whole thing through smoothly without any untoward incident or happening. It is my hope and prayer that Dr. Kalaignar gives them the wisdom which he always gave during his lifetime to maintain that calm and ensure that the party doesn't lose any kind of public sympathy or support in the form of anything untoward. I don't think it will happen. I don't suppose that they're going to lose out this opportunity to show how mature they are.
Well, just information that's coming in right now, timings of where the body will be kept for citizens to pay their respects have just been released. Gopalpuram residents from 8:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. tonight, and Kanimuri's house at CIT Colony from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Rajaji Hall from 4 a.m. onwards. So obviously this is, they will allow people through the night to pay their respects to their leader. Nara and Tirupati of the BJP joins us right now. Mr. Tirupati, thank you for joining us. Do you have a message on behalf of the BJP to the citizens of Tamil Nadu who will be tonight mourning the loss of a leader?
See, Mr. Karunanidhi was a very great leader, and he was accepted by the public of Tamil Nadu, the people of Tamil Nadu. And he is the last one, the last of the five. First, Mr. Kamar, after independence, Mr. Kamarajar, and then Mr. Annadurai, Mr. Karunanidhi, M.J. Ramachandran, and then Jayalalitha. They were all, mass leaders, definitely. People accepted them as leaders. And he is the last one. We have lost him. And there is a very big vacuum after the demise of Mr. Karunanidhi. And the last almost 1.5 years, he was he was movementless, and he was not in active politics. He could not even speak. So today he has gone, and we all definitely feel sad and mourn his death. And in the last 50 years, the entire Tamil Nadu politics moved around Mr. Karunanidhi, whether it is pro-Karunanidhi or anti-Karunanidhi. People voted for Karunanidhi or anti-Karunanidhi. Out of 50 years in which we have been seeing Mr. Karunanidhi, 19 years he has ruled Tamil Nadu. He was the chief minister. From 67 to 77, Mr. Annadurai and Mr. Karunanidhi, they both were ruling. But the fact of the matter is that Mr. Karunanidhi projected himself and posed himself. He had the talent of making himself, showing to the public, the Tamilians, that he was the tallest leader. Although entire DMK's victories in all these 50 years or 19 years of rule, they have gone with an alliance and they have won. That is the fact. From 67, it was Mr. Rajaji, Sudandara Party, DMK made an alliance. And it was in 71, again with Indira Congress, when Congress was split. They joined with Congress. They had an alliance with Congress, though Congress did not contest. So like that, this entire party, DMK, was in power with the alliance of different parties. But Mr. Karunanidhi had the talent to show.
Yes.
He was such a brilliant politician to show that he was the strongest leader. And definitely it is a great loss to the politics of Tamil Nadu. Also a big orator. He was the one to groom Mr. Sivaji Ganesan and also Mr. MGR through movies, the dialogues which he penned for both MGR and Sivaji
but Mr.
Ganesan.
Mr. Tirupati, in that case, do you think that the state government's decision not to allow the Marina burial is an error at this point? Would you advise against it?
See, first of all, we should understand one thing. The entire Marina Beach, that particular place, the second beautiful beach in the entire world, if I'm right, is Marina Beach. Longest beach, second longest and beautiful beach. But that place, all these memorials are coming up. And when Ms. Jayalalitha, passed away, there was a problem, and the DMK objected to it. We have to understand that they objected to it.
So is this payback?
And citing so many legal, they objected to that. Citing so many legal points, then Jayalalitha was buried inside MGR's memorial. That is what has happened. And now the same thing is hunting back to DMK. As Mr. Mohan Ram said, see, this is definitely a politics. If they want, they can accommodate him in, with Mr. Annadurai. Otherwise, there is nothing wrong, being with a 2-acre at a place in Gindi. That is also a very big place, and people who go there every day for Mahatma Gandhi's and Kamaraj's memorial. So many memorials are there.
Okay, so Vinay, this is politics. But it sounds like politics to me.
Both have to be magnanimous.
But the decision seems like one last
Both have to be
shot.
magnanimous. I think Mr. Stalin will take a decision on that.
Yes, and the question that you asked, which he didn't answer, but actually that's the right question. This almost sounds like payback.
Yes.
Because the DMK cadre protested when Amma's burial place was to be decided, now the incumbent government seems to believe that it's their right now to deny because they are in power. And I think this is, this is as petty as it can get, frankly. The solution they found for Amma's burial, when the same legal handles, is exactly the same solution that can be found for Karunanidhi's burial as well. So, it's unbelievable that you can actually have politics even in a leader, which arguably everybody agrees is a tall leader of the state, somebody who's carried the state legacy forward on a national level, and everybody kind of acknowledges the contribution. If you get down to really playing that kind of politics, that's a little unfortunate.
It's a little unfortunate. And, the argument of not sitting chief minister is completely tossed over by the fact that he was 5-time chief minister. Yes. And that's such a rarity, a 5-time chief minister who has been denied, the space that the family asked for in terms of a burial place. Mr. Karunanidhi joins us as well, TTV Karnataka chief, joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Karunanidhi, do you believe that it is unfortunate that that location has been denied? And do you think, we're now being told, breaking information coming in now, that a 21-gun salute has been agreed on. So these are the state honors that we talked about. So they have agreed to, to the location where the body will be kept in state, which is Rajaji Bhavan. We understand also that he will be buried with full state honors, but not in the location of choice, not Marina Beach. What's your reaction to that, Mr. Puglin?
Good evening.
Good evening.
The sad evening, I can say this. I deeply express my condolence to Karunanidhi family and our former Deputy Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and other cadres. But what has happened, I don't know. Everyone expected, waiting. Definitely government may allotted that Marina Beach area, because behind the CM Karunanidhi it is possible that Mr. Narayan also mentioned the same thing now. So why they are not allotted, why they are not cooperating, I don't know the reason exactly. This is the thing going on. But December 5th, so when Amma passed away, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, there is allotted and given. Now watching the people, then they asked that question also. You got it allotment, what is the problem? Now these things are going on. So everyone expectation is that definitely Kalangir will get the Marina Beach like. But unfortunate I can say, because He is a very big leader, very big loss. But are you believe or not, always began that Dravidian ideology. So he is a very big orator, very big writer. So no rest at all in his life. He is a very good revolutionary. So unfortunate, we are lost. The first thing. The second thing, because of Karunanidhi, today I am telling Karunanidhi, once he expelled the MGR, that former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, our founder of the party, ADMK, removed by Karunanidhi. After removed only, formed the government, ADMK in Tamil Nadu. You see, continuously, after so many years, after that, continuously, see, after 67, continuously the DMK, ADMK, these things going on here, Dravidian parties. All the three leaders, that is, that MGR and Amma and Karunanidhi, all the three, still time not allowed to enter the national party in Tamil Nadu.
Okay,
so 2006, with support of Congress, Kalaignar formed the government, but Congress continuously demands 1 or 2 ministers, but Karunanidhi not accepts. Because that is the Dravidian ideology. They don't give the chance for these national parties in Tamil Nadu. This is the fact. He's a extraordinary leader. I don't want, because my feeling also same thing.
Then why did
Bangalore? My house was ransacked.
All right. I just want to bring focus back to the leader. I just want to bring focus back. Yes, gentlemen, I want to bring focus back to the fact that we have lost a leader, a political leader at this point. We're getting information of sloganeering against the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister about the decision of the burial ground. At least that's what we've picked up so far, that there is a controversy building right now, and it is like expected. A lot of the people or the cadre is not going to take this kindly, that this decision has been made against them. Ms. C. Rajshekharan, do you expect this? I don't expect this to go down, very easily, at least with the cadre. Are you expecting a strong reaction as well?
Faye, see, I don't want to make any wrong comments against the decision of the government, because the government of the day has to abide by the law and the rule which is before them. Definitely, Dr. Kalaignar is one of the tallest, iconic leader of Indian politics. There is no second opinion about that. But going by the merit of the matter, you have to take everything into consideration. Even there are court cases pending in the Madras High Court with regard to the burial at the Marina, and also other issues are there. Whether it is politics or not, somehow or the other, the government has to make way for Karunanidhi's burial at the Marina. If not, they have got another alternate place allotted to the DMK patriarch. It is up to the DMK working president, his son, MK Stalin, to take it in the right sense and spirit and proceed further, because we cannot comment on this more, because it is not right. As a Tamilian, I respect Dr. Kalaignar. As an individual, I respect Kalaignar. As a citizen, I obey whatever the law says. So let us wait. I don't want to speculate on the future, but sloganeering and all this will happen.
Do you agree with the decision, Mr. Rajshekharan? You're an advocate. This was the same burial place that was used less than a year ago for the former Chief Minister, Ms. Jayalalitha. Do you agree with the decision that the legality of it applies now, but it didn't apply a year ago?
See, I'm not trying to prove a point here, but to be very honest, it was way back in 1975. I just saw it in the WhatsApp groups that Mr. Karunanidhi was then Chief Minister, and late legend Kamraj expired. So immediately then government, I have no hard evidence to substantiate that issue with any paper document or any other print media document. But only in the WhatsApp I just read that Karunanidhi said the Marina can be allotted only to the sitting Chief Minister if he passes away. So in this case, I think they might have adopted that same line of thought. And
well,
they would have
just
said,
to
since
give
he is the
our
next chief
viewers
minister,
information that's coming in, and also to our guests in the studio and who have connected live with us, Chengam, we've now apparently getting information that protests have begun. There are road rocos that have begun. There is unrest at this point from the information that we are getting from across the state of Tamil Nadu. So obviously the cadre has not, has not taken this well, and we will bring you more information of of what we're getting at this point. There's just that much information we have. So Vinay, it is likely that the cadre is going to react badly to this particular piece of information.
Yes, and which is why I'm even more intrigued why the government of the day would actually end up taking a decision like this. It beats me. It just completely befuddles me that a government currently, which is not exactly the strongest of governments that you have in a state, decides to take a decision which not only is designed to inflame passions and emotions in the state.
any government
they are also
is strong when it is in power. I disagree with this gentleman. Because
well, now I
I
understand protests have broken out in Vellore as well. No, I'm just giving you the news, Mr. Rajshekharan. Apparently, people are there are road rocos happening in Chengam and now in Vellore, and this is what we have right now.
No, Faye, that is quite natural. It is a natural reaction for a party like DMK, which is very, very strong in their cadre level. They will definitely protest. It is their legitimate right. I see no wrong in it.
Okay, let me just bring you the breaking news right now, Mr. Rajshekharan. Sandhya Ravishankar, who is
I respect him.
Who's a senior journalist.
And I got an opportunity to interact with him. He should be given Anna Samadhi. That is my wish and
That's
prayer.
your view. All right.
But I don't know what is the real issue behind it.
Okay, Sandhya Ravishankar joins us on the phone line right now. Just to give our viewers the news that's coming in. Sandhya, could you confirm to us any information about protests that have begun in the state of Tamil Nadu as per the information that's coming in?
That's right, Faye. As you mentioned just a little while ago, in Chengam and in some parts of Vellore district, small protests have broken out of, some few tens or about 100 DMK workers have begun protests. They are holding road rocos in Chengam and they're protesting at the bus stand in one part of Vellore district. And this is basically to reiterate what senior leader Durai Murugan as well as the DMK's working president MK Stalin have both mentioned some time ago. They have demanded that the state government must give permission for Karunanidhi to be buried behind the Anna Samadhi at the Marina Beach. But of course, the state government has not given permission for this. They have said that the Marina Beach as a burial ground is only for sitting chief ministers who die while in the seat of power. So Karunanidhi is not the chief minister at this point of time, and they are saying that the Marina Beach is not an option at the moment. Of course, the DMK is upping the pressure. They're upping the ante. And they're demanding that Karunanidhi, who is a political legend, a five-time chief minister of the state, be given permission to be buried behind his mentor and leader Anna Durai at the Marina Beach, Faye.
In fact, Sandhya, I have with me right now the Chief Secretary Girija Vaidyanathan's response, where she said the DMK... Okay, there's visuals coming in right now. Pramod tells us there's ruckus that has now begun. Vinay, across outside of the hospital as well, the Kaveri hospital where the body is at this point, we understand it has to be moved. It was going to be moved to his residence by 8:30 and it is now 8:40 and the body has not left the hospital yet, and we can see people looking there. People are starting to perhaps react more aggressively. And like Sandhya was telling us, if politics being responded to with more politics.
Yes. Well, this is definitely a point of concern because both Stalin as well as Durai Murugan, two of the senior-most leaders in the party, in fact, the leader of the party is now MK Stalin. He has come out openly and issued a statement demanding that Karunanidhi be given permission to be buried behind the Anna Samadhi at Marina Beach. And this is definitely going to be a point of, a sort of flashpoint for the DMK cadre because they're all very emotional at present. And they're all expecting that their leader should be buried behind his mentor, Anna Durai. But as I said before, the protocol does not allow for a person who is not a sitting chief minister to be buried at the Marina Beach. So this is what the state government has said. The Chief Secretary Girija Vaidyanathan has clarified this as well. Again, the problem is that since both Duraimurugan and MK Stalin have sort of gone on the offensive with Duraimurugan, in fact, and also the party mouthpiece, Kalainar TV, is continuously stating on air that the state government is doing this with an ulterior motive, is denying permission with an ulterior motive for Karunanidhi to be buried at Anna Samadhi. So we can definitely expect that there will be some kind of law and order issue, and I'm pretty sure the police have already geared up for that. Earlier today itself, the DGP had issued orders for everybody to tighten, for all the police personnel to come back from leave and to tighten law and order situation in all the districts across the state. But small patches of protest have already broken out.